one today? How does that work? John from ononewheel7 will be joining us here in a few minutes. Figured I'd go ahead and turn this on so you guys get the notifications. You guys could be jumping on in. We'll give it a few minutes, and I'll just patiently sit here waiting. Yo, Mike, Jose, what up, bro? What up, what up, what up? 5-0 Magic, what's good? Cody, what's good? Paul, Justin, Thomas. And we just cranking on in here tonight, huh? 10 people, 6 thumbs up, guys. Come on, I even bought a damn smoke machine, bro. Can I get a thumbs up on the way in? Dante, what's up, bro? John, what's good, brother? Look at this, man. We got special effects in the house. Chris, what's good, man? John from ononewheel7 will be clicking in here in a few minutes, guys. Couple minutes. 50 says hit the like button. Yes, please. Yes, please. I even took the red lighting out of my desk just to bring it out here and string it through my quads. This way I could totally forget about it tomorrow and rip them right apart as I pull one of the quads out of the garage. Guys, we tried to do a horizontal live stream, but YouTube won't let you do a horizontal with a dual live. So, you know. CJ, what's up, man? It's all good, bro. It's all good. Believe me, if anybody understands it, sometimes people got other stuff going on. It's me. Trust me on that. Let's get this little smoke machine popping here. Might have got a little carried away this evening. It's okay. Action is live. What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? Justin says, red brings out the... No, not this evening, sir. Not this evening, Justin. We'll be cutting that out. We'll be cutting that out from now on. It's making me lazy, sir. Dante says, not too much. Just working on my Nintendo Play Choice 10 arcade machine. Having a problem with the PCB adapter board. I can't help you on that one, bud, unless it has a carburetor on it. The coal mine's down. Get no time off. Okay, LOL. I even had to work on Christmas. Hey, man. I was out here in the garage on Christmas too, but I hear you. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, CJ. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, brother. So, how many of you guys that are here watch ononewheel7's channel? I believe we're going to be getting joined by a lot of his subscribers this evening as well. So, he should be here shortly. CJ says, don't... I'm doing the good shit. Man, there's a lot of us doing the good stuff, bro. You know? Cody says, love both channels. That's awesome. That's awesome. Who we got? John, what's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going? It worked. All right.
Or Fred, as I should call you.
Fred. Fred.
Yeah, Fred. Yeah. Some of you guys might not understand the last live stream when I was talking to Tyler McNabb. I called John Fred on accident because I was talking to my boy Fred before that. And yeah, nobody caught it though. So we're good except for John himself. So I got reprimanded. Anyway, so what's we got a bunch of people piling in here, John. We got 19 so far, 13 thumbs up. I'm sure you know how live streams work. You can grab the chat bar there and scroll down if you know they start coming in too fast.
No,
so anyway, all right, guys. So Quad Talk Live, 12/27/2023. ononewheel7 here to join us. John, you want to let some of my viewers who might not watch your channel know who you are and what your channel's about?
Well, my channel's pretty much about racing four-wheelers, building, fixing them, selling parts, stuff like that. I do a lot of stuff in the garage, builds, and then I video all my races. So that's kind of how I got into YouTube. Just started filming my races and then started posting them on YouTube, and that's pretty much history.
Yeah. How long you been doing YouTube now, John?
So I've been on here for quite a while, but I never really edited anything. I think I started right around the end of 2018, early 2019. I started editing videos and actually putting effort into YouTube and trying to gain subscribers and get monetized and all that stuff. So
Okay. And you're on a couple different platforms as well, right?
yeah, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and then YouTube. So
Okay. Okay.
usually some of my stuff will hit social media first and then trickle down to YouTube last, at least for the longer videos, and then the shorts I'll share sometimes on YouTube sooner. Sometimes I make people wait depending on what video I'm trying to post. So
Yeah, I noticed you're definitely a Yamaha fan, huh?
yeah, yeah. You can see there's one right there. That's the build for this year. So
Yeah, I like that. That's clean, man.
yeah,
Yamaha is really like the only option out there anymore. It's
yeah. I
for
started
a
out
new thing, for a new quad anyway.
yeah, for new. So I started out actually on KFX 450s racing that, and then one of my good buddies bought a Yamaha. He came from Honda. And we were out practicing in New Hampshire, and I was like, "Let me take that thing for a ride." And I literally bought one after, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
pretty. It was
Yeah,
night and day.
it goes like that sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Jose, I was going to ask you this question as well. Is asking you how your hand is healing up.
My hand is doing good. You can see I don't have a cast anymore. That's the you can see the scar.
Yeah,
Where is it? Oh, it's up more. I can't bend it that much. Oh, right there. You can see.
yeah. Don't twist it. I see it.
Yeah.
How did
So
it happen, John?
I did that mountain biking. I broke my wrist and my collarbone. So
It would figure, right? You race XC and then you crash a mountain bike. You would think it'd be the other way around.
well,
Well,
I've broken this wrist on the quad. I've broken lots of bones racing, but the last few years I've been really heavy into mountain biking and downhill, especially. So I like to jump on the quad, and I really like to jump on the mountain bike, and I ended up casing the jump pretty bad. The last ride of the season, the last run of the year, and cased the jump like a 45-foot jump, and ate shit pretty bad, and broke my collarbone and broke my wrist. So it definitely sucked.
yeah,
But
man. I can only imagine, bro. I mean, this month has been slow for me because my left hand, my pointer finger, all of a sudden I woke up one morning and it looked like a light bulb. I just woke up with it swollen and I'm like, whatever, no big deal. Till you go to tie your shoe and you can't. You're like, all right, cool. You don't realize how much you use. I mean, you were down a whole arm. I was just down a finger, and I can only imagine what that's like, man. It was driving me crazy. I come out in the garage at 3 o'clock in the morning and polish aluminum. So when I can't get up and come in the garage, like
yeah,
to ease my mind and do something, it's not a good day for me or anybody else around me, to say the least.
it was
But
tough in my right hand, so that made things even worse. But I got through the worst of it. Now we're kind of on the mend. So hopefully, I'm hopeful in another couple months I can get back on the quad. So
okay, all right. Well, you just recently got the cast off, right?
I got the cast off on December 12th. So I'm about a month out of surgery.
Okay, all right,
So
all right. Well, if you'll heal, So
I've been I've been through it with the wrist already, so I know what to expect. I ordered a Mobius brace, so I'm waiting for that. I know I'll have to wear that for at least this whole season.
mhm.
That's how the wrist went, just to absorb some of those big hits, like trees mainly. So
Yeah,
but that so I can use that. And hopefully, I'm going to start riding bicycles soon just to get my cardio back in. And then I'm hopeful maybe like end of February, weather permitting, just get out in the quad and just like an easy ride, just see how I feel. So,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Well, as you can see, everybody here in the comments is hoping your hand gets better and everything, and you're out there. So what's the build looking like for 2024, man? What's
so
going
it's
on over there?
basically the same build I've always done. I am building a new engine for that. That engine is pretty much bone stock. Well, you can see right here. the engine that's going to go in it once it's done. So pretty much a full Hauser B&R Fox Springers front end with the stock V-valve rear, race cut harness, B&R's the LSR spindles, 24-volt starter, quad tech seat, flex bars, Hauser stem, power mat hand guards, ODI grips, precision stabilizer, which I have to put in. That's on the bench on the side of me. It's got the Raccoon Racing airbox, hyper wheels, which those are like in the back over there. I gotta see them right there. Those are my new tires. I just gotta put them on there.
How do you feel about the hypers?
I love them. I've been running hypers for probably 15 years. So
yeah,
I have a bunch of them. You can see them up in the background on the shelf. I got
probably
like 6 full sets of them. So
I've been wanting to get a set, man. Every time my buddy runs a set of those, but I don't know. Maybe he's doing something wrong. He keeps egging out all the aluminum holes and keeps having to change the aluminum bracket on the inside. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like too much fun. Do you have a problem with those sometimes like that?
I don't. You got to make sure you're using like a lug nut, especially on like the Yamaha. So you want to use a flanged lug nut.
Yeah.
Not like the oval kind. The oval kind, that might be the problem if he's using that. So.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. I didn't think to ask him what lug nuts he's running. I didn't think to ask him that. I know he ruined about 3 sets of them so far.
Yeah, I know some of the rims and tires, they have those oval lug nuts, and if you run those, it'll definitely be an issue. I years ago, I think I might have ruined one wheel where I had a lug nut loosen up, and once you have one loosen up, it's going to be smoked. So you got to definitely just keep it, after every ride and stuff like that. So
absolutely. I like the build, man. I like the what do they call that color? Flora, I believe.
So it's just a neon yellow, flow yellow. So
yeah, that's a good look, man. I like it with the blue. It definitely stands out. And I guess Hauser's just like the go-to in XC racing, huh?
Yeah, Hauser's probably one of the best ARs out there right now. Even as far as just getting them and stuff, they've been pretty good. I've never broken one yet. They last. They take a hell of a beat. So good product. Stems. They're making bumpers now. They make a lot. They make a lot of stuff. They make grab bars. So they make the Nerf bars.
Okay, so they're making a lot of stuff now. Okay.
Yeah, I don't run Nerf woods. I just run the regular heel guards. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you don't run a full. We got MRC builds here. What's going on, MRC? I'm trying to look at the comments and talk to you at the same time, John. We'll get to the comments in a few minutes, guys, and we'll go back and read some, and we'll open it up here in a few minutes. So I heard you say ODI grips, John.
Yeah, ODI grips.
Yeah, the lock-ons, right?
Yeah, the lock-ons.
Yeah, I have those on every single one of my bikes. I love those grips, man. They're so like plush but firm at the same time.
Yep, we got the IMS size tank in there.
Okay.
Full HMF pipe, which is blue, which kind of looks pretty cool. So.
Oh yeah, looks good.
Brap Tech grab bar, which you can't even get these anymore, which is sad. These are like the best grab bars.
Okay. Yeah, that gives you a hell of a lot more leverage.
Oh yeah.
Picking it up.
Especially when you're short like I am.
So how long you been XC racing, John?
XC racing, I've been racing since 2011.
2011, you said?
Yep, 2011. I started in a local series out of Connecticut, which was about an hour, 2 hours drive, which it was a great series. Very, very small. We had 30 to 50 quads, and they only did like 4 to 6 races a year. And then I tried my first GNCC in 2013, and I was hooked on that. And then I ran GNCCs for points from 2014 to 2019. So,
okay.
And then I think in 2015 I tried a NAOLA. It was Winoa back then, and then I kind of got hooked on those, and I raced all the NAOLAs and GNCCs from 2017 to 2019, and then now I do all the NAOLAs, and I do like one GNCC a year just because traveling's tough. So
Yeah, I hear you. It looks like you got a nice, decent setup there in the garage. I know. What do you have? Like about 4 quads right now?
just two. I wish.
Two.
But
Okay,
no,
yeah, I think I saw a TRX 90 or something too in one of your videos recently, right?
yeah, we ended up raffling that off because I got hurt. I was supposed to race that again, but I got hurt, so there was no point in keeping it for a year. We might grab one next year and race it again, but I think I would just let that go, grab the extra money, and then it sucked because that thing was a lot of fun. But
Yeah. It looked
we,
clean. It looked clean from what I seen in the video
it
there. I was like, that's cool, man.
was brand new. It was a lot of fun. I've ridden them, but
Very
I them, and it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun.
good.
So,
A little 90.
yeah, they actually I think I hit like 38 miles an hour on that thing on his moto track, or maybe almost 40. It, it was fast for a little 90. So
Yeah, that's got to be sketchy, huh?
oh, so sketchy,
so,
but it's a lot of
so
fun.
we have like a whole spin-off race with little quads too.
Yeah, so Nick Janusa, so that race he did an XC style race. So he did the moto tracks combined with his woods loop. It was a 5 mile track, and we raced for about 40. It was a blast. And then he has a designated pit bike track where he does Turkey Derby, after Thanksgiving weekend, and he does that, which it's like a mini Supercross track. It's insane. Like it has some legit jumps, some scary jumps. When you look at it, you're not gonna jump that, but once you practice it, it's not too bad. But when you first see it, it's definitely intimidating.
Yeah,
It,
I bet on a little 90 too. I mean, you get it. I mean, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people in the comments will know what I'm saying too. Some might not understand, but I mean, I got a bunch of different quads, and there's ones that I get on, and my confidence level is like way up here, and then there's other ones where I'm like, man, this thing is just gonna. I don't know about this, and that I can imagine being on a 90
the
doing
'90s,
something like that.
I'm not gonna lie, are very sketchy. You gotta pay attention. You gotta make sure you're leaning. You gotta keep the momentum. But once you get the hang of it, it ends up being a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Especially,
yeah, I can imagine it being fun. Hell yeah.
so
I was talking to we had Tyler McNabb here 2 weeks ago.
yeah,
So we were kind of getting a perspective of what it's like to, kind of do like the racing that you do, and he does more like, he's a lot younger than you and I,
yeah.
obviously. And I mean, even being in the quads myself as much as I am, I didn't even know that even at my age I could still go race. I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
know that. I didn't know that. It's I guess maybe there's not too much here in New Jersey because I never really see too much of it going on. I guess I'd have to come up to New York, kind of like where you're at. But
NIOLA be the closest thing for you. So
the NIOA,
yeah,
NIOA. Okay,
I I ended up I started racing mainly because I was just tired of getting chased by the cops. We had a few spots, and slowly but surely, DEM or cops would just chase us. I've been arrested a few times, right? Got tickets. So we're like, me and my group are like, screw this. Let's check out one of these local races, and we just kept doing that. So
that's a good answer to that. Yeah, we kind of have that problem down here. The cops are pretty bad, but as long as you're not riding on the street or they don't see you riding on the street, you're good unless you run into that one cop that also rides. I've had that happen before. But you know, where I live, my house, like I literally pull out of my driveway and I'm in the woods, and it's like endless. Like I can go from here all the way to the shore from my house, like without even touching the street. So
uh,
I mean, in a pretty
uh,
good spot for it, but sometimes you get the park rangers or the state forest rangers. They're the ones that I actually worry about when I go ride. Cops, not so much. They know they're in a car, you're in a quad, you're in the woods. They're not gonna, But anyway,
we
let's not talk about running from cops.
we've
But
had we've had cops that stop us, and it's usually on the road. Like you always got to cross a section of road, go down the road, and we most almost 100% of the time will stop and be respectful. And the cops are usually cool. They're like, "Where are you going?" Like the trail, it's like right there. They're like, "All right, go." Well, state
yeah,
police, they you don't want to stop. So
Different
they'll
ball game.
yes,
Different
they
ball game.
and then the environmental cops, like they hate quads and dirt bikes. Like, they tried to run us off the road. I'm not even gonna lie. I got video of it. Like I got video of a few situations where they're trying to hit us. Like so, we're obviously not gonna stop. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like if you and you're calm and you want to talk, we'll stop. But if you're trying to hit us, then we're not stopping.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're gonna get rocks flung all over your windshield. Yeah, I hear you. But
that's
I mean, I guess that's just some of the problems we face. Maybe our states need to start providing us with more places to ride, or maybe figure out a way to where it's beneficial for everybody. I would have no problem. Like me and my buddy Tim talk about it all the time. Me and him ride together all the time. I would be more than willing to pay $50 a week for
oh,
registration to be able to ride my quad. You know what I mean? Like
I,
there's got to be a middle ground somewhere where, I mean, I pay taxes on all this land that I live around. You know what I mean? Because it's a township that I live in. Like, it just, what are you going to do? I guess,
yeah,
But
we
how do you
definitely.
feel about the electric movement?
What's that? Nah, I mean the bikes
Yeah,
is decent, but for quads, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Like it won't happen for a cross country race, that's for sure. You'll have to change batteries probably 3 or 4 times, which I don't know.
yeah. Well, I mean, until they get that stuff figured out, I'm not really into it too much myself either. I'm a big fan of, I'm a fan of two strokes, but
Yeah,
you had mentioned to me when we were talking, you'd like to do a two-stroke build, huh?
I would like to do on someday like a 250R probably, or even a Banshee. I don't know. I'd be open to anything. Just finding something that's the price, and then I could just do it. So
Yeah, it's the older two strokes are getting to be a little bit more
yeah,
rare and more unattainable. Like as the years go, obviously, there's only so many made. I think the TRX 250R, and don't quote me, give or take like a few thousand. I think out of the 86, 7, 8, and 9, they made the most in 86, less in 87, less in 88, and the least in 89. And there was a total of like 94,500 total out of the whole
yeah,
4 years. So, when you think about how many were made, how many probably got parted out, how many probably got stolen and sunk in a lake somewhere, and all that stuff that happens, I guess it's due the values that are on them. I asked Justin Carl from Justin Carl Films, and I also asked Tyler McNabb, money no object build, money no object. You could use any engine, any chassis, any whatever. What would it be?
yeah. It'd probably be a Walsh hybrid.
Oh,
probably, probably, maybe the LTR with the Honda CRF 450 engine. That one's pretty popular in the motocross world, pretty pricey. And then now there's a lot of guys doing a YZ 450 engine in these things. So one of those two would probably be my build.
How much different is the YZ 450? Is it just minus a counterbalancer,
Uh
or is it a
probably
totally different platform?
it's I don't know how similar. I've never actually like taken apart one, but it
Yeah,
probably doesn't have a balancer. It's a little more compact. It's like 60 horsepower. So
yeah.
you
I
know,
know they're getting up there. Maybe even the YZ 250F I think has like 43 horsepower or something too, doesn't it?
yeah. I
I'm
don't
I'm not a dirt bike fan though, John. I never was a fan of two wheels, man. I'm at heart I'm a three wheeler guy, but the terrain around here really sucks for them because you don't only have front and back, you got front, back, side to side, tip, you know what I mean? So all the whoops around here where I live, not
yeah.
a fun ride. So it just sits parked. But, what are you going to do? So a Walsh hybrid, Walsh LT 250R frame, you said?
It's the LTR. They LTR chassis
Oh, the
with
LTR. Okay.
the Honda CRF 450 and the fuel injected ones.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
check out
I could see that.
his Facebook or whatever. He builds some amazing right there. Like 35, 40. quads. They're like ridiculous. So
Yeah, it's not hard to spend quite a few $1,000s building a quad. It definitely adds up quick, man. Way faster than you would think. I mean, I know you know what I'm saying.
oh yeah, especially
Somebody's builds get carried away, man. Somebody's builds get carried away.
yeah.
But we'll go ahead and John, if you want, man, you want to go ahead and maybe check out some of these comments from some people here.
What do we got?
Go back a little bit here, or you guys want to go ahead and start dropping some comments and questions for John or
Yeah.
myself? Go ahead and feel free. So when's the next season starting, John?
So NAOLA starts in early May. So I got a lot of time wise, at least to get back on track with recovery. But I like to do. Usually, I do one around April, kind of just my break-in race.
Yeah.
Plus, it's nice to go down south when I be here. So that's up in the air now. We, depending on how I'm still out of work, so depending on finances, maybe we'll do a GMC or we'll just go right to NAOLA and just see how it goes. So I'll definitely.
Okay.
I don't get to go to the around here. I usually do a motocross practice. When I train for cross country, which is weird, but it's actually really good training, really good cross training for woods riding. So
Yeah, I think I mean any type of riding you're gonna go do is gonna prepare you for, it's always good to get a different atmospheres to ride in and different terrains and stuff. I love checking out new spots, man. It's like I always like riding in newer spots. I do like my track that I normally ride when I ride from my house because I could just do it wide to hell open. I know every whoop. I know where twigs might have fallen or broken trees or you know what I mean. But we got let's see here. Michael Crean said, "You from Long Island?" And somebody already answered for you, Rhode Island.
my wife, yeah.
Okay. Colin Viraldi says, "What transmission oil you guys running in a two-stroke transmission? Getting lots of variance." I run Bel-Ray Gear Saver 80 weight, Colin. I run that in every single one of my two strokes. Justin Carl Film says, "In the next year or so, gonna get me a brand new YFZ 450R."
Nice, man.
That's we were just talking about that before, man. There's not too many options out there anymore. No, I like them all, but if I had to pick just one, I'm a Honda guy, John.
Yeah.
So, I wish Honda would get back into the sport quad market, and I always have dreams of maybe they're brewing up a concoction to release on us one of these years, but who the hell knows?
Yeah, they could do it too. It's crazy that they don't. They would
Yeah.
sell 20 quads. It'd be crazy. A nice EFI, 100% redesigned. It'd probably be the best quad out there. It'd be insane.
Yeah, they could come out with the 250R again today, and it would. I mean, I don't know. I'm partial to 250Rs, man. I don't know. I'm a two-stroke guy, and I like Hondas, and 250Rs are just, all my viewers know how I feel about 250Rs. It's almost like an obsession.
Yeah.
But I know I know you understand how that stuff is. Colin says two-stroke, baby. Yeah. Just a Carl Film says 250R around here, 8K and up. Crazy. That's about normal, Justin. That's about normal. I just seen one for 12,000 on Marketplace earlier today.
Right, that's not horrible. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I mean that's about average. I think I've seen them as cheap as 6,000 around here, but it's clapped out, no paperwork, needs a carb clean, ran when parked, one of those things.
yeah,
MRC Builds. John, do you watch MRC Builds channel?
I do not, but I will definitely check it out. I might, not sure.
Yeah, check him out. He does a lot of 89 and older stuff. I actually have his hoodie on right now.
Sweet, yeah.
Well, yeah, he's a good buddy of mine. Actually, his LT250R engine is sitting right next to me. I will give you guys a little peek at all that stuff here in a minute. MRC Build says they will never allow another two-stroke. That's almost like cursing at me, MRC. But I know.
With a mission, it's possible for a quad company to do it. So,
I mean, Yeah, I mean, you still got two-stroke dirt bikes though, right? You got what, KTM and gas, and
They're the new ones are fuel injected. They're really efficient, and they're clean. I guess they're kind of cleaner than the old two strokes, but I don't know. They do it. I don't know how.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess some of the EPA people will get a little weirded out by all the two-stroke smoke coming from everywhere. Um, let's see here, Roaditude. I guess there was a rumor coming from the GNCC KTM rig that there was talks about KTM quads coming back.
Yeah, I saw some talk too. I don't know. They made a good quad too back in the day. They made an MX version and an XC version. They were like race ready right out, which was nice. Well,
Yeah, I think I see them. They were 450s as well, right?
yeah, they had a 450. Then they had a 525 too version that you could get.
Okay.
So I know the
Uh,
first, which was nice. So
yeah, I've had a couple quads with reverse, John. I never find myself using it. You
yeah,
know?
I don't. I had it on my KFX, and I don't miss it. Like if I get stuck, reverse isn't helping me. So
Yeah, no. I'm a big believer in if you can't whip your quad around in a trail, you probably shouldn't be riding one anyway. But that's just my opinion. So nobody get all upset at me if you use your reverse. It's perfectly fine. It's just my opinion. Colin Veraldi said, I had a '07 YFZ 450, '05 LTZ 400, 2000 Warrior. After getting the 91 Suzuki LT 250R, I'll never go back. Colin, I hear you, bro. I'm a big fan of my LT. Justin said he's never had a new quad, so he's ready.
that's awesome.
Absolutely. Good luck with that, Justin. Jason Rude. John, just race a NEXC before NYOA.
Yeah, I saw it. When do those start, Jason? Hopefully, I'll chime in. I could do that too, but I don't know. We'll see.
All right. So while he's answering when those start, just some guy's garage says, I don't know about EFI. I just like carburetors, but EFI is cool too. Doesn't really
I
matter. I guess if you were like in very high elevation, EFI would be better, but you know, uh, I like EFI and I like carburetors. I like carburetors because they're simple. There's not all that extra stuff on the quad. Um, you know, it's all a preference thing, But EFI is obviously the technologically advanced carburetor. So we got MRC Build says, I love the two-stroke, but the pollution police will complain. Yeah,
yeah.
I know. That's some people just I don't. Some people don't realize we're already past the greenhouse effect situation. It's irreversible, so we might as well go ahead and enjoy ourselves at this
Oh,
point, in my opinion.
a few thousand ATVs isn't going to make a difference. Like honestly,
I
at this
don't
point.
get it. I don't get it, dude. Even the electric cars and stuff, man. Like we got stores around here called Wawa. I don't know what maybe you have up there. Um, but you see over by the Tesla charging stations. I was talking to a guy that had a Tesla one day, and he's like, "Oh, it's just so much cleaner for the earth," and blah 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 blah. I said, "Bro, do you realize your car that you're charging right now is the reason why that big ass diesel generator's running behind the store, pluming into the sky right now?" He didn't
Yeah,
really have too much to say after that, but
get it. So
let's see here. Justin Carl says Yamaha never stopped making two strokes.
yeah, for dirt bikes, they still make the one and
Yeah,
250. Yep.
yeah, for the dirt bikes. Yeah, that's why you got guys like us that want to put the dirt bike engine in a quad chassis. MRC Build says LTZ 400 had reverse and a quick. Yeah, LTZ KFX and I believe the DVX 400. They're all the same quad.
Yep. And then
Um,
for the newer TRX 6 and up had reverse.
the which ones? Oh, the 400EX.
Yeah.
Yeah, '05 and up. Yeah, I actually got a '05 engine
Yep.
sitting in a cabinet over there. I got stuff in weird places here. Chris Pittman says 2024 should be the last XC1, XC2 can race a Honda. Nothing but Yamaha produced in the last 10 years.
Yeah, they might change that. Who knows? They're not. I mean, there's guys that they're not like Adam McGill. He's not switching. Like he's gonna ride a Honda no matter what. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about the rules with all that. And, if you got a few minutes, we'll talk about that in a second. But I would think that would be a hell of a problem for a lot of people that don't ride Yamahas. That would be, maybe a
Yeah,
separate race division or something. I don't know. But
forcing would
um,
probably be a bad idea.
yeah, I could definitely see that. We'll read a couple more of these comments, John, and then we'll talk a little bit about XC a little bit more, and then we'll get back to the comments here. We usually let these run for about an hour,
That's
give or
fine,
take.
man. Yeah.
Let's see here. King Terra says, building a 426EX, any tips? How do they stack up against 450s? I built a
Well,
426, King. You can check out my older videos. It's definitely a hell of an upgrade over the original. The stock 85 millimeter bore. The 88 is a 426. It's a fun quad. It was definitely a fun quad. JB1, I only use reverse on my KFX to back out of the shop. Okay. Colin says MRC builds the LTZ did run real good for a 400.
those
I
are the
guess
best.
that's a typo. What'd you say, John?
I said the LTZs are the best 400.
Ah, I mean,
They
well,
had a little more
here you go,
power.
Tim.
You know what
I'm
I mean?
sorry, John.
They have a little more power versus the Honda liquid cooled, which was huge. So
Yeah.
especially for cross country.
Yeah, you got liquid cooled. It's dual overhead cam.
Yeah.
Uh, the guy King that just asked me about the 426. I actually raced it against my buddy's LTZ 400. He had a full exhaust and a set of cams, and he beat me by a half a quad. So,
Yeah.
but it could come down to who, if his clutch was shot or mine wasn't that good, or who rides better. You really can't. We didn't switch quads and then race again, so
Yeah.
it was like a half a quad. He
Yeah.
beat me. So
At the end of the day, it's the rider, not the quad. So you know what I mean?
yeah, I've seen people on 250s smoke people on 450s. Yeah, it's definitely all the rider. We'll answer a couple Mortys here. Uh, MRC Build says, I don't like computers and mud.
Cross country.
uh, April 14th, round 1, by the way. I'm in your class this year, Jason says.
Moving up to senior A. Gonna smoke that Honda, Jim. I'm gonna be smoking you.
Oh, man, we're here talking shit already. Chris says, I think Honda or anyone will step up to the plate and go against Yamaha again. We were
Not
just talking about that, Chris. I'm hopeful. You never know. It would make a lot of sense for Honda to step back into the game. I don't see why they're not. But
yeah. Rumors are flying.
Yamaha doesn't make cars either. So, but
Dan
sorry,
might jump.
the delay is like 2 seconds behind. So I'm not like trying to cut you off, but it happens all the friggin' time on the dual lives. So I apologize for that. But go ahead.
KTM. I was answering Chris. KTM. Someone mentioned KTM might be making a quad next year, so we'll never know. But who knows?
Okay. All right. Bro Bear, what's up, bro? What's going on? He said he's here for blaster jokes. Uh-oh. We'll do those on the solo lives, bro Bear. I got jokes for days about your blaster, buddy. Just kidding. We'll read one more here. Let's see. Rootitude again. Frederick Harder's KTM 400 is the best 400 I've ever ridden or seen. Feels almost like a 450. Okay. All right. So, John, let me ask you this, man. As
Yep.
far as the classes go with the races you're doing, is there what kind of rules are there as far as power upgrades or anything like that? Is there an unlimited class? Is there an all stock class, or is there a run what you brung class? What do they have there?
So pretty much the only exceptions in the rules are the double A classes, which are the pro classes. They're the only ones that have rules that you got to follow. Only be 450 cc's, things like that. But as far as the other classes, you can race whatever you want.
Okay. Okay.
You can race a 4x4 if you want. You know what I mean? You can race a two-stroke. You
Really?
can race a 400.
That's interesting to know. I would sure like to see how some of these stack up one of these days. So what the hell was I going to ask you? I just had a brain fart. Sorry. We're live here, guys, so you know you get it as it comes. What about the age brackets and stuff? Like I'm 39 right now, so that would put me in.
So you could do Vet C, that's 30 plus, and then once you turn 40, you could do Senior B or Senior A. I run Senior A. I think that's yeah. Cause have they don't have a I don't they have a I'd have to look. They might have a 45. I don't know if they have a 45 plus in C. It might just be in B class. I think they have two B classes. They have Senior B, and then I think they have Senior B, which is 45. So
Okay.
you'd have to go
Okay.
vet. You have to go a vet class, vet C, vet B, or vet A, and that's 30. So,
Okay.
but
What's
you could also run a lower class. You could run Junior C, which is 22 plus. That's you could go down to that class if you want to run with some faster guys. You know what I mean? So
okay.
that option if you wanted to do that. But vet B would probably be vet C or vet B would probably be your best bet.
Okay. And you can just run whatever you want to bring.
Run whatever you want. You know what I mean?
What about what is there any mandatory upgrades or any
So
removals of any parts on the quad that you need to take off? Headlights, taillights, any of that stuff?
nope. All you need is a tether switch.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so the one thing I don't like on my LT250R, I'd have to leave on it. Okay.
I think the rules might say you need to have like a full heel guard, but I don't think NAOLA has ever made a fuss about anybody that just has foot pegs. But I think that might be in the rules. I'm not so
Okay. All right.
the big
Chris here is telling me they got a class for everyone. You're probably eligible for multiple. Chris, I'm asking because I don't know, man. I never. There's nothing local to me around here. It's all a few hours away, so I've never really looked into it. You know what I mean? So, and I'm sure there's probably a few people that are going to watch this video after it is live and might have the same questions I'm trying to ask. So, especially at our older age.
yeah.
Colin says, "Sell me them Nerf bars, Matt." What do you think? You want these ones, bro? Colin trying to buy parts off me. So,
They are adding a video this year too, so that could be something you could check out.
what down by me, John?
For NAOLA, they're adding a vintage quad class.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I would be interested in
So
that. That'd be cool.
because you could run with all the older two strokes. You could still run that quad in a different class, so you have options.
All right. Yeah. No, that would be cool just to go to and watch, man. I like looking at the older bikes. I don't know. They I think they mean a little bit more to me. The older ones. I like the classic or the older stuff. It's always drawn my attention to the 80s Hondas and stuff like that. And the LT250R. You don't really every time I take that quad out, man, I'll ride it all the way to the store and I'll literally, I don't know if you've seen in the one video, I park it right in the friggin' parking spot at the store. And I've had so many people like, bro, he's like, I can't remember the last time I've seen an LT250R out in the wild running. I'm like, yeah, dude, this bike is like the most reliable bike I own.
Yeah.
It's just never dies. But all right. So what else you got going on in the garage, John? You into cars too?
No cars in this garage, unfortunately. We can show you the last year's race quad, which is the blacked out one. Basically, identical twin of the blue. This is the one raced this past season. So all the same parts.
So all set up identical.
Identical, yep.
Okay.
But this has a fully built engine, which, like I said, that one will be at quad once it's done. So we'll have a fully built engine in the new one as well.
Nice, dude. That's cool, man. I guess that just gets moved over to backup quad now.
Yeah, this will be probably the practice quad. I might sell her. I might keep her, but we'll see.
Okay. I saw your one video. I think it was a short. You had like over 1 million views on it, fueling up the YFZ.
Oh yeah. That one did. That one was funny. I just
Yeah, I'm like, damn, dude. You know, it's always the simpler videos that are just like bangers for some reason. I don't, it was cool. I like the fuel container you had set up, man. What that was like a pre-measured instant drop-in fuel tank? Like, what was that?
so the IMS dump can holds 4 gallons, and my tank holds 3.7. So usually I fill it up right about almost 4, but that video it was like the perfect amount, and the whole thing went in, and everyone was like blown away. It was funny.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's cool, man. You're really saving time instead of sitting there with a jug holding the friggin' nozzle and stuff. But yeah, that was cool, man. I'm like, damn, bro, look at him go with that. It was just like, I was like, that's cool, bro.
Or
Uh,
XC, if you need fuel, that's the way to do it. So
yeah, I guess a pit stop, you're still kind of against the clock then, right?
yeah, so you want to be quick, you know what I mean? So get in and
Yeah.
goggles if you need them, and then grab fuel and get back.
Okay. So let's see here. I'll give you a little peek at what we got going around here, John. All my viewers have been asking me where the hell I've been at this month. All I've been doing is the live streams, and just been kind of taking it easy this month and kind of rethinking things. I have the let me flip you guys around here. You guys know I got the 465EX back in the
Yep.
garage here. We're just I got all the parts laid out. I laid all these out here, guys, to show you what I still have left to do to this quad. Obviously, tons of bolts left. It looks like the quad's almost done, but there's so much stuff left to do. I'm still up in the air on carburetor choice. I think I'm going to run a stock 400EX carb for now and see how I can get that to jet out right, and then I'll probably switch to a FCR 39. But I need to get, this is one off of a Honda TRX 450R. I need to get the one off the YFZ 450R carbureted because it has a different throttle housing right here. The YFZ one doesn't have this big section. This will hit the gas tank on the 400EX. I've seen people take like a ball hitch and heat it up and push the gas tank in, but I'm definitely not going to do that. It's not my style. We got, that's 450R head. I got to put the stabilizer on. We still have a whole tub full of OEM parts that I still have to put on the bike. I had to order a key, had to wait for that to come in. So that's basically what's going on here. Tusk fan for the oil cooler. I got 9 million different meters here. I don't know what I want to run yet. I got rid of the freezer that was in the corner, got myself a little bit more room, access to the back door. And yeah, just been cleaning stuff up, man. Put the little powder coating oven for small stuff over here and pulled the LT in because it's got a little tiny leak around the seal for the sprocket, which is driving me nuts, as you can see. Not a fan, especially at the cost of Bel-Ray Gear Saver. So, but yeah, this has just been one of my favorite quads, John. I really do like this bike. While we're talking about LTs, some of you guys seen the short. We have MRC Builds. Whole LT engine here. It's an 88 bottom end with an 87 cylinder. Colin, you commented the LT with a cool head. The cool head that was in there was for the TRX 250R, but yes, they did make a cool head for the LT 250R, Colin. So, you can comment later and I'll talk to you about that. But yeah, that's what's going on here, John. Like I said, just been chilling this month, but I'm in the middle of filming a video, and there's actually another quad that I'm building right now that is under a tarp out in the storage container because I don't want to show anybody that quad till it's completely built. Trying to plan videos out a little better. This is kind of like a side project in my spare time, and I've been dragging my feet with it. I kind of lost interest in it, like I told all my viewers, but we're gonna finish that, and I'm gonna raffle that off. How did the raffle work out for you?
Oh, the raffle worked out good. I've done two of them. I did a YFC, did my race quad 2021, and then I had a 4 in 2022. I did that one, and then I did the TRX just recently, which that one filled in 3 days. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
3 days.
so
3 days.
3 days. It was
It was
insane.
sold out.
Yep,
Sold out.
three
Wow.
days.
Wow, man. So you're at what now, John? Like 50 and a half thousand subscribers?
Yeah, I just hit 50,000 right in the beginning of December. So
Okay. I think I was reading some of your other community posts. You were just at like 30,000 in October, right?
yeah, so I was telling you earlier when we were texting, I had a couple that fueling video that million views, and like
Yeah.
that, like 15,000 subscribers. It was nuts. So
Wow. 15,000 subscribers off of a short.
yep,
Wow.
it was. So
Holy shit. I don't even know what to say to that, dude. That's insane, man. That's insane.
it was nuts. Keep up with the comments like on my phone. That's how crazy it was. It was just for like 2 months, 3 months, and then shortly after, I had two videos that went over a million. I think one went to like 2.5, and then one went to 1.5. So between all those videos, I gained 28,000 subscribers. So
So more than doubled your channel size in a few months. That's good
yeah,
job there, man. Congratulations with that. That's awesome.
nuts. It was definitely nuts. That's how I was telling you. Just keep posting shorts. Like make sure you're posting some shorts. You know what I mean? Because you never know. You get a couple viral videos and then it just explodes. So pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, I've enjoyed my time on YouTube so far, man. Every single one of my subscribers. It don't matter. I could post a video putting air in a tire on a Ford Pinto, and they'll be like, "Oh, dude, that was great." Like they're all really supportive. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers.
Yeah,
I don't think you could find one comment that I did not answer yet
yeah.
to
I do.
date. And
I I do the same thing across all social media. I always try to answer the comments. So
yeah, it gets a little daunting. I could probably imagine what it's like with your subscribers. I also talked to Mike Sabo. He has like
yeah, he's huge. He's like
I
almost
don't know,
300.
what, a quarter million subscribers, something like that. I can only imagine what it would be like with the comments, man. You probably have to turn the notifications off. You
Yeah,
know?
you
Yeah.
definitely.
I can imagine me always saying I will always read and answer every comment. Hopefully, will bite me in the ass one day, but I'll try and keep up with it. We'll just have to set a day for answering comments, and that's it.
Yep.
So,
Just got You just got to make time for it. Like I may not answer them all in one day, but I always just try to do a few. Some whatever. If it's 10 a day, 100 a day, whatever you do, try to knock. I mean, so
yeah, absolutely. Colin says Matt's on point with the answering. Colin, yes, cool heads are worth it, sir. They are. One, you could change the CC of the dome that goes in there. Obviously, you get better cooling. It's a cool head. You know, but hey, where did you find that Tusk fan? First time I'm seeing one, Johnny. I bought that on eBay actually. I'm pretty sure you can go on RockyMountainATV.com. Not sponsored at all, but I like to shout out companies that I use on a normal basis, whether they help me out or not, just because it helps you guys out. They're actually made for a dirt bike. It's supposed to be on one of the dirt bike radiators, but it's the bracket actually, you don't even have to modify it. It will slide right into the two bolts that hold the oil cooler to the chassis there. So, John, I just wanted to explain something to you with Quad Talk Live, man. Like, I know a lot of other YouTubers are there, some don't work with other YouTubers and are looking at it as like a competition and all that stuff. The way I treat the Quad Talk Live, it's basically, I've been saying it from day one, man, all like-minded people into the same thing all in one place. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You
I
do what
agree.
you do. I do what I do. MRC Builds does what he does. Mike Sabo does what he does. There's no reason, you know what I mean? Like why we can't all link together. So that's basically what this is. And I know a lot of the viewers here, some of my viewers might not know who you are. Now they do. Some of yours might not know who I am. Now they do,
Right.
So, it's just a way to, network and that's it really, just network and stuff like that. So everybody seems to be enjoying these. We have a couple other guests lined up for the next few Wednesdays here. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're going, man. So, anybody have any comments here, guys? We're approaching an hour already. That was fast. These are. I found it. Oh, never mind. I found it. Okay. Yeah, they're easy to find, John. Sometimes I think the one that I bought, it was the last one available at the time, but that was like 6 months ago. I know what you meant. You didn't have to retype it. It's all good, bud. But any of you guys have any comments you want to drop before we go ahead and start capping this off here? We're coming up to an hour. Or you have any questions you have for me, John?
Probably not. What's the next video gonna be? Full time, your full length video. What are you working on?
The 465. I wanna have that video out before the end of this month, running.
Okay. All right.
So,
well, you better hurry. you got like a week and a half. It's not horrible.
Yeah, no, I could probably start this thing tonight, but I sold the CFM oil cooler I had, and I just ordered a new one because the one I had, somebody had painted it with some like rhino liner or something, and I was spending hours cleaning that stuff off, and I'm like, you know what, dude, it ain't even worth more hours of my time to try and clean this thing. I'll just buy a new one. They're like $250 new. Like, how many hours am I gonna spend on something that I could just buy another one for? You know what I mean? So that was it. We got a couple comments coming in here. Just Some Guy's Garage says, "What do you guys think about Two Vintage?"
I watch him. He's good, man. He's got almost 300,000 subs, or maybe more than 300,000.
Yeah, I don't I watched his channel a few times. He does what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's definitely on the right track. So I got nothing bad to say about the guy. Some of the things I see him do, I don't agree with, but maybe he doesn't agree with some of the things I do. You know, that's just life. You know, I probably might be something I don't agree that you do, and something that I do that you don't agree with. But you know, such as life. That's just what it is.
You're not gonna please everyone.
No, you definitely can't. I've been learning that a lot lately. You cannot please everyone around you. It just does not happen.
Yeah.
What's up with the LT250R heel guards other than OEM? Colin, that one I don't know, bud. I will do a little research on that and send you an email and if I find something on that. MRC Build says, on one wheel, show us your storage racks and shop layout.
I'll show you guys the garage. So basically the door, there. So toolbox, storage container, workbench, another tool, compressor in here, somewhere in there, and then I got shelves in the back, like
Nice.
my gear on the end. Everything's kind of a mess just because I've been hurt. I haven't been cleaning like I normally do. Harley's in here.
Oh wow, I didn't even see the Harley, John.
Yeah, Harley's in over there.
Nice.
Some tires there, boxes, some race fuel, quad, which I got storage up in the attic, which is nice. And then I have a lift that's kind of flush in the ground, which is sweet. So that goes up.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
What are you on, a wood floor, John, or something? Or is that just encased into the concrete?
It's epoxy on concrete.
No, I mean the lift. It's concrete. Okay, so that was just put in.
Metal motorcycle lift. So
that's cool, man. Nice shoes, John.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of red shoes myself, sir. Big fan of red, no matter what, actually. Yeah, it's a nice setup you got there, man. You call it a mess. A lot of us here would be jealous for that mess, bro.
I redid it in 2020. We had a tree fell on it in the back corner. So I got a little bit of insurance. Went right through. I actually lifted the garage up about 2 feet because whoever built it originally didn't pour the foundation right. They just poured it the way the land was, way off level. So I had the whole jacked up. They repaired it, and I poured a whole more. Had blown it in, not blown it, had a spray foam insulation put in. Did all the electrical, epoxy, and then just did the walls and stuff. So definitely, if you watch some of my older videos, it was like a dungeon.
Yeah,
So,
I've been going through some of your playlists, man. You got a lot of videos out, bro. You got a lot. You got like over 1,000 videos, right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Wow, man. Now I remember what I wanted to ask you, and I think I already know the answer. But where'd the name On One Wheel come from?
So it started out because before I had the Harley, I was big into street bike. So when I got my first street bike on my, I don't know when it was, but when I ended up getting one of my street bikes, I was like, oh, let me start a YouTube channel. I was gonna do that, but I never posted any motorcycle. So I just had the channel. It was more to just watch other people. But that's where the name came from. So
Okay. I was thinking something totally different, bro. I was looking at the one poster you had where you're taking off and you're on one back wheel on the quad. I'm like, oh,
oh,
all right, yeah, that makes sense.
it's
So
funny because
just
kind
say
of
that
goes.
from now on. Yeah.
But I think it was like my screen name on one of the old like the ZX10 form that I had that name there. So I was like, I'll use this name on YouTube. So and I wanted just on, but that was already taken. So I was one, and that was taken. So I ended up with 7.
Yeah, I know. I seen that when I was typing your channel name in. Because believe it or not, I didn't even know about your channel until Tyler told me. Man, it's crazy how. Like, I was talking to Tyler about this. It's crazy how sometimes we're into the same stuff. We're on the same platform,
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. Like, it's crazy how YouTube does it, man. It's nuts. I can only imagine how hard it is probably to find my channel. I think I only got 2,700 and something. I think I gained like 128 subscribers already in like 10 days, which is like really good for me. But you know, but whatever. I started doing this for fun, and I want to
yeah,
keep it fun. You know what I
yeah,
mean? There was never a money goal or anything like that. Yes, it would be nice,
yeah,
sure. You know, obviously, who's going to say no to that? But you know, I think something that you start that you're doing because you have a passion for it and you want to share it with other people and you're having fun, I think is a better payout than, oh, cool, I made $6,000 this month from doing what I do anyway. You know what I mean? But like, who's bullshitting who though? I'm still going to take the money if it pays. Obviously, who wouldn't? But you know, let's read a couple of these comments, John, and then we'll go ahead and end this. We're over an hour now. We'll go back a couple.
I
Uh,
GBC.
MRC, sorry,
I see someone asking what my favorite tires are.
that's a good question. That's a good question.
GBC. I've been running them for. I think I got hooked on GBCs in like 2016. So ever since. So
Okay. What do you have you tried the Team Alba Racing XC rippers yet?
no,
No? Really?
nope, nope,
Okay.
just G.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've tried the GBCs yet, but yeah,
Nice.
I definitely probably will one of these days. I was always an ITP whole shot type of guy, but
I years ago I used to.
yeah, I mean, I don't like a huge knobby tire that almost looks like a mud tire. I don't like that, but around here I like to run mainly a 6-ply because all the roots and stumps and stuff around here. It's, you know, a 2-ply would be nice, especially on some of the 2-strokes, at least on the front of the quad.
Yeah.
But you know, punctures are a real thing out here. That's why I like to run bead locks and 6-plies. MRC says nice layout. Thank you. Johnny Garcia said great live stream, guy. Great live stream, guys, with great people. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate that. Colin said, once you look at hobbies as investments, it's not a hobby anymore. That is why I don't take any more customer bikes anymore in, Colin. It's taken all the fun out of it for me, sir. Austin said, I'm about to start rebuilding quad and dirt bike engine. Should I start with 2-stroke or 4-stroke? If you've never built an engine before, I would recommend that you go buy a junk dirt bike that is not a customer's bike and learn how to work on your own stuff first. And check out GarageMC and check out ononewheel7 for some engine rebuild tutorials. Justin Carl says GBC is what I run, 23 fronts and 22 rear. I think that's a little. I think that's a large size for the 400EX, but you know, if it's the terrain that you're in and you like it, Justin, that's good for you, bud. Just Some Guys Garage. Yeah, I'm liking my Sun F tires. They're better than the Mass FX I was running. They hook up better. Yeah, I don't think I've run the Sun F tires yet. John, have you haven't tried any of the Chinese brands, right?
No,
Yeah.
we
All
only
right.
allow this garage, unfortunately.
Okay, I got you. All right. Well, anyway, John, man, I'd like to thank you for joining me tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and end this. Does anybody else have any last minute comments that they want to get in?
You can,
I have a question for all the viewers, man, and any of you guys that are always in my live streams. What have you not noticed me do in the past 3 live streams? First person to answer gets a sticker pack.
my buddy Ken asked how my shoulder's doing. Doing good, Ken. I started PT 2 weeks ago, and on the road to recovery. Hopefully, heading in a couple months.
MRC Build said smoke.
Oh, you're a smoker, huh?
Yeah, I cut it down a lot, man. For me to be sitting in an hour and something live stream and not smoke, you guys already know.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
tough.
doing way better with that. I was smoking 3 of them in a half hour on a live stream. Everybody's like, "Yo, quit smoking." I'm like, "Hey, whatever." But all right, John, I appreciate you coming, man. Maybe in a few months after the season starts, I could ask you to come back and we'll see how you're doing.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
All right. Any of you guys that don't know, on ononewheel7, go check out his channel, man. Go drop some comments. Tell him thank you for coming on over. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for coming, John. Thank all you guys for joining us in the garage tonight. Peace.